Hi and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're taking a deep dive into Paycom software, breaking down its business model, competitive position, management quality, risks, and full financial performance. Then I will do a discounted cash flow analysis to determine the intrinsic value of the stock. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how this company makes money and whether it still deserves a place in a high growth portfolio. Let's start with the basics. Paycom is a cloud-based software company focused on human capital management, also known as HCM. In simple terms, they provide businesses with tools to manage everything related to employees. This includes payroll, HR, hiring, time tracking, and benefits, all integrated into a single platform. But what really differentiates Paycom is its approach. Instead of relying on HR departments to manage payroll data, Paycom allows employees to enter and verify their own information through its system, particularly with its Payc product. This shift reduces errors, increases efficiency, and fundamentally changes how payroll is processed. Now, how does Paycom actually make money? The vast majority of revenue, around 94%, comes from recurring subscription fees. Companies pay based on how many employees they have and which features they use. On top of that, Paycom generates additional income by earning interest on clients' funds, essentially holding payroll money before it's distributed. Historically, the company also earned revenue from services like payroll corrections. However, here's where it gets interesting. Their own automation is reducing the need for these services. So while the product is improving, it's also reducing certain revenue streams. Let's talk customers. Paycom primarily targets mid-sized businesses, typically those with between 50 and 10,000 employees. They've been expanding into larger enterprises, but this remains their core segment. Geographically, the company is heavily focused on the United States, with limited international expansion compared to competitors. Speaking of competitors, this is a highly competitive industry. Paycom competes with large established players like ADP and Paychex, as well as enterprise-focused companies like Workday. At the same time, newer and more agile platforms like Rippling are gaining traction. Paycom market share is relatively small, but it has carved out a strong niche in the mid-market segment. So does Paycom has a competitive advantage, a moat? The answer is yes, but it's not unbreakable. The company benefits from a single database system which reduces errors and improves efficiency. Its employee self-service model is also a key differentiator. And importantly, switching costs are high. Businesses rarely change payroll providers once they're set up. However, there are some limitations. The platform doesn't integrate as widely as some competitors, and innovation has in some cases reduced parts of its own revenue. Overall, Paycom has a solid but moderate moat. Now let's look at management. Paycom is led by its founder, Chad Richison, which is generally a strong positive. Founder-led companies often have better alignment with shareholders, and that's the case here, with meaningful insider ownership. Management has historically delivered strong results, including high margins and solid returns on capital. However, recent performance shows some challenges. Growth has slowed and there have been concerns around sales execution. While there haven't been major leadership changes, the company is clearly going through a transition phase. Now let's get into the financials. For fiscal year 2025, Paycom generated approximately $2.05 billion in revenue, representing about 9% year-over-year growth. That's a noticeable slowdown compared to the company's historical growth rates. Despite this, profitability remains very strong. EBITDA margins are around 40%, which is exceptionally high for a software as a service company. Net income was $453 million compared to $502 million last year. So how can Paycom revenue go up while net income actually goes down? At first glance, that doesn't make sense. If a company is making more money, shouldn't profit also increase? Well, not necessarily. Let's break it down. The core reason is simple. Costs are growing faster than revenue. And for a company like Paycom, there are a few key drivers behind that. First, Paycom is currently in an investment phase. The company is spending heavily on things like AI, automation, product development, and sales expansion. These investments are designed to drive future growth, but here's the catch. The costs hit the income statement immediately, while the benefits take time to show up. So in the short term, revenues go up, but expenses go up even faster, and net income declines. Second, there is a very unique factor specific to Paycom. Their own product innovation is actually reducing part of their revenue. Tools like Betty automate payroll processes and eliminate the need for manual corrections. That's great for customers, but those manual corrections used to generate high margin service revenue. So what's happening is Paycom is replacing high margin revenue with lower margin, more efficient revenue. And that puts pressure on overall profitability. Third, operating expenses are increasing. To keep growing, Paycom need to invest in sales team, marketing, customer support, especially as they move into larger clients. If these costs rise faster than revenue, margins shrink and net income falls. Fourth, there's stock-based compensation. Like many SaaS companies, Paycom pays employees with stock. This is the real expense on the net income statement, even if it's a non-cash. If stock-based compensation increases, it can reduce net income even if the business is performing well operationally. So when you put it all together, here's what's happening. Revenue is growing, but costs are growing faster, and margins are compressing. Now here's the key question investors need to ask. Is this a problem or an opportunity? Because it can be both. Now let's jump to the free cash flow. Free cash flow exceeded $400 million annually, highlighting the company's strong cash generating ability. The balance sheet is also a major strength. Paycom have $400 million in cash and cash equivalent. Paycom operates with no debt, so the balance sheet is very strong. In terms of shares, the company has roughly 55 million shares outstanding. As you can see in this chart, the number of shares have been slowly decreasing over the years, which is something I really like as an investor. Speaking of returning capital to shareholders, Paycom does both dividends and shares buybacks. While the dividend is relatively small, around 1.3% dividend yield, it is however consistent. Paycom paid $80 million of its $400 million free cash flow as dividend, so there is still room to grow. At the same time, the company has been actively repurchasing shares, returning significant capital to investors. I prefer the company buying back shares at the current price levels than issuing a dividend. Now let's talk about the risks. The biggest risk is the slowdown in growth. What was once a high growth company is now growing at a much lower rate. There's also the risk of self-cannibalization, where automation reduces revenue opportunities. Competition remains intense with both large incumbents and new entrants putting pressure on the business. And like many companies in this space, Paycom is sensitive to hiring trends. Fewer employees means lower revenue. Now let's do a discounted cash flow to determine the intrinsic value of the stock. For the growth, I am assuming 5% growth for the next 5 years. Management is expecting growth to be between 6 and 7, but I like to be conservative. For the terminal multiple, I am assuming 13. The company's current PE is 16 and price to free cash flow is 16. So 13 is conservative. Let's not forget this is a business with over 90% recurring revenue, so it's a quality business. 13 is conservative. Based on these assumptions, the intrinsic value of the stock is $162. The current price is $121. This gives us a margin of safety of 25% plus the yearly growth on top. Now for what I will do with my own money, that is nothing. Yes, the company is undervalued, but there is much better opportunity elsewhere. Stocks like Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, Hims and Hers, and much more. So what's the bottom line? Paycom is no longer just a high-growth SaaS company. It's evolving into a high-margin, cash-generating business with strong fundamentals. The key question for investors is whether the company can re-accelerate growth through innovation and AI, or whether it will remain a slower growing but highly profitable long-term compounder. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe for more in-depth analysis like this. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Is Paycom a buy, a hold, or a sell at its current levels? I'll see you in the next video.